Hello, hello, can you hear me? Hopefully you can see me. I found the battery, or the battery pack. Good evening everyone, welcome to, I almost forgot what my name was, welcome to the Aquarium Adventures live stream. Hopefully you can hear and see me, but until someone tells me, I may well be speaking to myself as I normally do, but everything looks green and I can see things moving. Hello everyone, if this is your first time here, this is obviously an aquarium based channel, but quite often we venture off into little tangents and talk about all manner of things, but you never know. Let's see who we've got in the chat tonight. We have a new member. Who's that? I can't read that. I should get some glasses. Oh, it's Fishman Aquatics. Welcome to the Adventurers. Thank you very much for joining. I didn't even have to plug it and we've already got a new member. This is excellent. I think we're only 2 or 3 new members away from having a new emoji. Jennifer's here tonight. Fishman Aquatics is in. Courtney's in. Asking, nay, begging for cock stickers. I did say stickers. Scott's in. Rocky's in. What else have we got? It turns out it had fallen down the back of the desk. It wasn't in the fridge. The battery pack we're talking about here. Just, you know, I'm really well prepared. Gets to 5 to 9 and I go, right, where's the camera? Where's the microphone? So, no, we don't have to just chat on the text bit. We can see my... Why would you want to see this anyway? Evening, Paul. Evening, Simon. Chow with Lau's in. Michael, how's it going? Try to remember your name, it's never me. Sharpie's in. Tony, Adam, Vince. Yes, you can hear and see me. That's always good. Right, Soren's in. Hello from Denmark, Soren. I apologise if you watched last week's stream and heard me moan that he stung me out of my shipping. I'd like to make a public apology and say Soren did in fact pay me back for the shipping. Without any prompting at all, so thank you very much for that. I should probably give some context to that, shouldn't I? If you're new here, we do giveaways most weeks, and I tend to make them UK only unless you're willing to pay the postage, and Soren is from Denmark, and he won one of the giveaways, which was a towel. So I sent that off to Denmark, and then I thought he'd stung me and stiffed me for the payment, but that was incorrect. I do apologise. So hopefully we'll have a giveaway later on and somebody else can win something. Jack's here. NJW from Doncaster. Hello from Doncaster. Hello from Sheffield. Brian, Noodle Sandwich. Nice to see you again. NJW, just got out of the hot tub to watch. Wow, I'm quite taken aback by that. I'm surprised anyone watches at the best of times. Right, we do have some subject to talk about. I don't know why I can't get these glasses clean. Maybe it's just my ageing and failing eyesight that I just can't see anything anyway. But I'll continue just rubbing them, hoping that'll make it better. There you go, that's better. Tam Solo has almost finished a complete watch-through of your channel. My God. I have 4 or 5 live stream left. God, what did you do wrong in a previous life to get punished for that? Thank you very much. That's a good question, Simon. What is your favourite video so far? Well, I can talk about my most popular video, which is I don't get how the thing works. My more popular videos are the ones where I think, God, I'm so boring in that, and it's such a rubbish video. But there we go. So I think it's a point of note. It started, people. It's happening. There was no Hop House 13 left in the co-op. I've just been up to get my Friday night beers, so we've had to switch to Menabrea, an Italian beer. I had this by accident. Didn't have it by accident. I didn't fall in and go, oh. I had this a few weeks back. Somebody gave me a bottle of it, and it was very nice. So we'll be trying this tonight. So tonight's stream is not sponsored by Hop House 13. You called that one right, Jennifer. Tonight's stream Sponsored by me, because I went to the shops myself and bought this. Is the like button not working this week? What have we got so far? 37 viewers already and only 16 likes. Well, I have been rambling on a load of nonsense. Oh, we've got a super chat as well. Thank you very much, Simon. My punishment for non-attendance last week. It's quite all right. I mean, I'll take it. Thank you very much. But you don't need to pay for missing a live stream. Scott says they're still officially looking into sponsoring me. Maybe we'll import some specifically from Ireland. Yeah, maybe that's the way we have to hope and pray that I get a direct sponsorship and I can just fill my garage full of Hop House 13. So I'll still say, just in case they finally do get around to it, Hop House 13 is still my favourite. I just couldn't get any tonight. But this makes a very nice replacement. Another super chat, £5 from Noodle Sandwich to put in the beer kitty. Thank you very much. Yeah, I saw someone post a deal about it and they had them in Asda. But yeah, it's the co-op that's at the top of my road, so I didn't manage to make it to Asda in time. Finally, my LFS has run out of cribs and want some more. They could be getting more than they expect on Sundays. Yes, possibly, other than guppies, the most prolific breeders I've ever held was cribs. They are, yeah, they're like I was going to get myself in trouble there by making a naughty comparison. But anyway, yes, they're beautiful fish, cribs, but I did accidentally breed thousands of the little buggers. Graham, what are the best stores in the Midlands? I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been to any stores in the Midlands. I did pick up some discus from North Hants. Discus. Well, that's kind of Midlands, isn't it? But it's not really a store. Is Nottingham Midlands? I would go for Wharf Aquatics. Don't know if it qualifies as Midlands, but it's one of the best fish stores I've ever been to. And definitely worth a trip if you're not from the Midlands or from Nottingham or anywhere near it. Tam says, I really enjoy when he floods the place. Yeah, everyone likes it when I flood the place. There's several of those videos. The one where he has to get his wife to help to build a new rack was good, and I like the outdoor half-barrel episode, but I'm a fan of most of the content. Thank you very much. I do like flooding the place. I have several videos about me flooding something. The one-stop shop has plenty of Hop House 13. Well, I remember there was a rumour a couple of years ago that they were going to get rid of Pepsi Max, and I went around stockpiling Pepsi Max. But thankfully, that was just a rumour. I'm sure I can live on without Hop House 13, but it shouldn't be that bad. Another super chat. Can finish early tonight. Fishman Aquatics just joining in. Who's next? Thank you very much. Always nice to get some super chats. Nice to get the appreciation. And yeah, I'm just very flattered. So ask away any questions you want. We've not really got a theme tonight. I've not had a chance to prepare any ridiculous competitions or anything like that. So we're just going to go a bit freeform tonight and waffle on about whatever we want. I have had some suggestions in the Discord server. So let's do the admin first. Welcome everyone. If you are just joining us, click the like button. It really helps out. Click the join button if you want access to some of these little emojis. We only need a few more members and then we'll get an extra emoji. And you do get, well, you don't at the moment, but you will get some additional perks for being a member. I have been saying this for a number of weeks in a row now without actually delivering any additional perks, but you will get some, don't worry. Whether it's extra stickers, discounts from the shop, all these kind of things. I'm thinking of things that I can give out as perks to members. So anyone that's already a member, let me know what you would be interested in as a membership perk. I'm thinking like a 10% discount card to Aquarium Adventures, or every time I get a new set of stickers, you get a bunch of stickers, or some free food, or I don't know. Just trying to wonder, just wondering what might be appealing and make it worth it, because I really appreciate it when everyone does click the membership button. So I want to give you something back properly, and I just can't get round to making more videos. I know I made 2 videos this week, But it just had a particularly slow day, and that was it. That was one slow day, and then the rest of it's been completely rammed this week. So that's what I'm thinking now. I've lost my train of thought now. So we're doing admin, yes. So click the membership button if you want to join. That would be great. If you don't, that's also great. Just being here and watching is absolutely fantastic, and thank you very much for that. Check out some of the other socials. So if you're into Facebook, we've got a Facebook group. If you're not into Facebook, we've got a Discord server, which again, I'm still trying to get to grips with, but it is actually quite busy, and I think we might have things in the future. So Simon, for instance, and some of the people that didn't turn up tonight have been helping me by doing admin on the Discord server, but I think we've got some ideas. We do need to get together at some point and maybe have a Discord call together and figure out how and where we move the Discord server. So I think I'd like to get some guests on, whether it's not even necessarily, I was going to say famous people, but nobody's that famous. Not like industry people or other YouTubers or whatever, just people who are viewing this, like, you know, in the olden days when people would call in on radio shows. Jump on the Discord server and we can join one of the chat channels. You can ask me your question live on air type of thing, maybe. I don't know if that's even possible, but you know. So join the Discord server, and then I've got all the other stuff, the social grams and stuff. And you can see some pretty pictures of fish that I post every now and again. But most of all, click subscribe and watch some videos. Be like Tam. Watch all my videos. So where did we get to there? So I saw another super chat there. Noodle sandwich, thank you very much. I'm being forgiven for something. What did I do? Let me catch up. Oh, Maple Street Aquatics is in. Good evening, sir. Oh, we flooded the place today as our power tripped and the sump's flooded. Oh, poor sump design then, Callum. If my power trips, my sumps don't flood. That's the only thing that doesn't flood in this house is my sump. Simon flooded his kitchen twice last week. Aren't you a plumber? Surely that's like a professional kick to the teeth. Reese has been at the zoo all day. Excellent. Craig Thompson, I'm late tonight. Thanks for my fish food. Still waiting my towel. Can't wait. Yes, Craig, apologies. I don't know if Phil's in, but I did get a couple of people asking me about their towels. They will be sent out on Tuesday, I think, the towels. Phil has had a bit of a busy week. If you don't know, all my proper merch, so I'm not wearing any merch. Terrible. So the proper embroidered merch comes from Elite Logos, Phil at Elite Logos. He's one of my subscribers. You often see him in the chat. But he's just had a really busy week and not quite got round to me, and he kind of does it for a favour for me as well. So there's no SLAs or anything like that on it. So hopefully you'll get that on like kind of Wednesday, Thursday next week, what with it being a bank holiday. There was a time near the start of the channel where every second video he seemed to have a disaster, but he was always so calm and calm and collected like it was normal. That's exactly why I was calm and collected. It was like, oh, this has happened again. I'm one of the few people that doesn't learn my own I don't learn my own lessons, but plenty of people have emailed me or sent me messages saying, oh, I watched that video where you did this thing and I made a change and it didn't happen to me. Thank you very much. That's kind of what I was going for in the early days, and still am. Watch me make a mistake. Watch me publicly F it up. Then you don't make the same mistake, and then you don't ruin your floor and have to spend thousands of pounds replacing it. Or have to have serious chats with your better half every now and again about, are you really going to keep doing this? I'm not super chatting yet in case Aquarium Adventures has forgotten to charge his batteries. No, I found the battery charger. There's no problem there. If you're interested, this isn't going to be interesting, but I'll tell you anyway. Sorry, my son's in the room behind me, obviously raging at something on a computer game. I use the Canon M50 as my camera. That's what I'm talking to here. It's right here. I'm touching you. It's not that far away. It's very imposing. But the battery, when you're live streaming, so I've got it plugged into the computer with a USB cord and the Canon utility. But when it's plugged in and always on, because when you plug it in, it's always on, the battery just goes, drains right down, like 20 minutes tops, something like that. If you saw some of my earlier stream attempts, then you would have noticed me being in full flow and going, bah, 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 gone. So I've got one of these batteries that I can't show you now because it's in the camera, but it's a fake battery, and there's a hole in the bottom of the camera where you can plug in like a proper charger, and it's like attached to the wall, so it's constantly powered. It does get a little bit hot every now and again, which is worrying, but so far, what are we, stream 21? Is this the 21st one? It's been alright so far. But I couldn't find it. It was just completely lost, and as I waited until about 10 to 9 before I thought, right, let's get set up. It's a bit like, oh, where's the... Oh, that's not going to work, that's not good. So, we're alright, we're in. Oh, we've had an upgrade. Noodle Sandwiches upgraded his membership to Hero. You get on the end screen of the next video with that one. Thank you very much. Scott has pasted the link to the Discord in there. Yes, definitely go and check out in Discord. I think that's going to be taking off soon. We seem to have some people in there like Simon and like Tim that actually know what they're doing. So we should be good. Fella's a legend. I totally agree. Sorry, I should read these things rather than just reading them in my head and laughing because no one knows what I'm going on about. I really appreciate that Graham shows us all the warts of all fish keeping, like when he almost froze and killed his discus. Well, we don't need to keep dragging them back up though. Or when he drugged them with CO2. Yeah, okay. And had to stop them sticking to the intake. Yes, that was a fun evening of me fanning my really expensive precious fish away from the overflow so they didn't get sucked away. But yeah, I have made, if there's a mistake to be made, I have made it. I think that's the only way you could really look at it. FIFA rage is real. My friend described their controller once. Yeah, he's not into football games. He's more into, like, what is it, Fallout 76 and Halo and shoot 'em up games, basically. Not always shoot 'em up. Some weird games he's into. He's a weird kid. But yeah, sometimes you'll hear a scream at like 2 in the morning, like, "Rah, I'm going to kill you, you fucking." You think, oh, making friends, are you? Okay. Simon's road rage is going to get him in trouble one day. Yeah, I know that feeling. Mark says, I think that's why I like it so much. Hearing about other people's mishaps makes me feel better about my own. If I can provide that service, I'm more than happy to continue to do so. Chow with Lau says, I have an M50. The device is called a battery eliminator. Where did you get it from? I've been after one for ages. Dark Souls 3, I think, says Snorlax Sniper, who's my other son. Yes. It is Dark Souls 3 that he's raging at. Is that what he's playing at the moment that he's raging at? Right, battery thing. Stuart, go to bed. Past your bedtime, is it not? Well, maybe not quite yet. Let me go on Amazon and we'll find out what that thing is called, because it's a really helpful little tool. My orders. It's called an LPE12 replacement battery. No, it's not. That's just the replacement battery. It's called a 5 to 8.4 volt USB drive cable, mobile power supply and dummy battery kit. Let me find it. I'll put a link in the chat now if you want one. This is an affiliate link, so if you buy one, I think I might make 6 pence off it. But there you go. You learn more from mistakes than successes. What a very good philosophy. Yeah, philosophy, that's a word. Fallout is great. Yeah, I quite like playing Fallout as well, I must admit. But I'm nowhere in the same range of skill as Alistair. Titanfall 2, here's another one. I really liked that game until when he got to about 8 years old. I couldn't kill him once when we played it together. I think he's like next level. Welcome to the Elite, Craig Thompson. Yes, thank you, upgrading your membership to Hero member. Doom Eternal, yeah, that's another one Ali's plays. I mean, I must admit, most games I've played recently have been things like, I've started playing Grand Theft Auto 5 again on the PC. I'll be playing a lot of F1 because I've got my steering wheel. But I've not really had a chance to get into any games recently. Not that I was ever a massive gamer, but I do enjoy playing some games now and again. Maple Street Aquatics has played Fallout 76 way too much. Well, yes. It is one of those games, though, that you can get engrossed in, isn't it? Weird kids are the best kind. I'm a weird kid myself. Yes, I think I'm a weird kid. Better to be weird than normal. If he wants to be normal. Too many YouTubers make everything look perfect or cover up their fish deaths or accidents. They do, but I must admit, a lot of them have started, well, not even just started, but it's sick. It's not sick. Right, let me think out this thought in my head before I try and speak it with words. There is a kind of perverse logic to YouTube videos with death in the title. It's almost clickbait. People want to see your disasters. And some of the bigger YouTubers will make videos that if something dies, they're like, oh my god, it finally happened, or the worst thing ever, or whatever. It gives you a really good opportunity to make some videos. And a lot of my videos where if I've killed a load of fish, I will be gutted. But I don't know, maybe it's a British-American thing. With the Americans, it just looks staged. It looks overacted. It looks put on. And that's off-putting to me a little bit. And a few other people I've spoken to have said the same, similar sort of thing. It's just not... doesn't seem genuine. And all my mistakes are genuine, because I genuinely make quite a lot of mistakes. So yeah, I do like to show the rough with the smooth, but more from the point of view that you can then avoid some of the rough yourself. So I think it's useful to share the mistakes, because you learn the biggest lessons when you share your mistakes. Any more product reviews in the pipeline? I hope so, yes. I have had some interest or some contact from a couple of people. So somebody wanted me to try a load of aquascaping supplies, but then it turned out they wanted me to make videos for them, like product videos that they could then use in their own marketing. And I was a bit like, I don't really want to make an advert for you. I'll try your thing, and if it's good, I'll say it's good, and if it's crap, I'll say it's crap. But yeah, I've had a few... I get offers maybe once a week. Oh, do you want to try this thing? Do you want this thing? But too many times they come with... rules that... Oh, something's happened. I heard a noise. Brian has become a member. Thank you very much, Brian. Too many times they come with stipulations of you have to say these things. And I don't mind if it's like the product details, please cover these points. That's absolutely fine. I don't like it when it's please cover these points and say everything's fantastic. And I'm like, no, I'll cover the points, but I'm not going to say it's fantastic unless it is fantastic. And some companies have done quite well at that. I don't know if you've been watching all my videos, you might have seen the one about the what was it, the algae scrubber that the Santa Monica whatever filtration company sent me. And I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very good, and I said so. And they were like, oh, no, I know that's not a positive review, but thanks, it's helped us, we've made it better. So they made a better product, so everyone else gets a better product. And I think it shows them to be a bit more genuine, that they're not out there paying people to say the right things. And because quite often you will get, I mean, I'm not a huge YouTuber or anything, but I do get people offering me money to promote their stuff. And I think as soon as I start doing that, it's not going to be worth anything. Anyway, I think we went on a little bit of a tangent there, didn't we? So any more product reviews in the pipeline? Yes and no. What with the whole house move thing, I'm kind of not trying to get myself in too deep with various things. But it's dragging on, so maybe I need to change my opinion on that one. But yeah, I'll certainly be doing more filter reviews, more lights. I've got quite interested in trying some lights properly and doing some proper testing. Most of my reviews have been very much opinion based. I'd like to do some actual scientific testing and make sure I'm not just being fooled by the marketing or whatever it is. But yeah, we'll see. In a few months, maybe I'll have churned through a few reviews probably. Right, where did I get to there? Sorry. Every time I look at my chat, it moves. Hi Snorlax Sniper, you're going to win your dad's giveaways tonight. That'll be expensive on shipping. Yes, sure. If you want to enter the competition, there'll be one coming up soon. Best of luck. It definitely won't be a fix if Stuart wins. Chat with Loud with the $2.99 super chat. Thank you very much. GTA is my favourite. I do like it. It's quite... I just like how freeform it is. You can just go off and do your own thing if you want. Quite often, I'll just sit in a permanent loop of me trying to get to 5 stars, and then trying to get away from 5 stars, and then going to hospital after I'm killed, and then trying it again. Have you any black tetra knowledge? I have a problem with mine. I've never kept them, but I do know what black tetras are, and I don't know that they have any particular problems that are specific to that species alone, but yeah. Why not ask? My black tetra have something growing around and in the mouth, eyes and side. What can it be? What can it be? Who knows? If only there was a way you could share a picture. So, mouth and eyes, is it like a white spotty thing? Because I'm thinking ick or white spot, obviously. Or is it more of a kind of a flesh-eating-y thing? Because it could be the dreaded columnaris. It could just be some kind of fin rot or bacterial issue. It could be a number of things. I think we really need to see a picture. So, time for another plug. If you are on our Facebook group, search for Aquarium Adventures or the Discord. Somebody stick the link in the Discord and post up a couple of pictures and we'll have a look at them. Hello from Rutherglen. That's where I used to live. Graham Pendlebury. You even spell your name correctly and everything. Pardon me. I used to live on Wardlaw Drive. There you go. Any advice on CO2 amount? Any advice on CO2 amount on new 300 litre tank? Yes. So if you gave me a bit of time, I could go away and work out how many bubbles per minute you want to get to. But basically, start low. Start low, get a drop checker, which is a bit of equipment which you can put in a special solution and it will tell you what level the pH is at. The pH swing is how you tell whether you're getting your CO2 right or not. But remember that the CO2 drop checker tells you what was going on in your aquarium 2 hours ago, because it takes a while to react. So start slow, start low. Very few bubbles per minute. I mean, 300 litre tank's quite a big tank, so you could probably get away with a fairly decent rate and be quite safe, but I would start low, and over the course of days, not hours, turn it up ever so slightly. So make sure your CO2 kit has a needle valve, so you can make very, very small adjustments and start to dial it up until you get to that sweet spot where it goes the right colour. I mean, it's either green or blue, it depends what kit you get. It's usually green, I think. But very quickly as well, even without your checker, your plants will tell you what's going on as well, because they'll start to, if you've got fast growing plants and you get CO2 right, they go whoosh and they properly take off. So that's what I would go with. So my number one bit of advice with CO2 is go slow. Another fishy question. I'm getting a Fluval Roma 200 litre for free soon and really want to keep angels. How many would you suggest, and do they need to worry about aggression? I'll start from the back. Do I need to worry about aggression? Yes, angel fishies can be, cover your ears, Stuart, knobheads. So I've only really kept the angels that I keep at the moment, and it doesn't seem to matter. When I had 10 of them, they were constantly fighting. Now that I think I've got 8 now, 6. So I got rid of a few of them because I thought I had too many. They're still as squabbly as they were. From anecdotally, from people who are more into the angelfish side of things than I am, the worry is that they go rogue. So whether you have one angelfish in a community tank or you have 2 or 3 or 6 or 10 or whatever, you can go for years with everything being fine, and one day they snap and go away and say, I don't think I like having tank mates today, I'm going to kill them all. So do worry about aggression, and not to the point of, well, I'm not going to do it then. It's just make sure you've got a plan, so somewhere else to put them, or some kind of divider, or something along those lines. But they are really, I feel like they got to the point where they were really common, and people were like, ugh, angelfish again. But I think there is a reason they got really common, because they're quite cool. They're very interactive, more so than my discus. They will always be up following you around. What are you up to? Give me some food, give me some food. They're always quite mobile or moving around, so definitely worth it. In a 200 litre tank, I think I had a Floval Roma 200. In fact, let's have a look up and see what size it is. That's the one that's like 3 and a bit foot, isn't it? Floval Roma 200 dimensions. I've obviously looked this up before because it was there. Pardon me. Well, it's a 2 foot tank. No, that's the 90. Yeah, 3 and a bit foot. So yeah, I would go with a group. I like 6 or more. You could probably fit in more, but it depends what you're going for. If you're going for just angels, or if you're going for a community, adjust as you see fit. Hello, fishy friends. Hello, Triple J Aquatics. Are you... Oh, I saw something. Diddly diddly dee. Why does it keep moving around? Are you in Scotland, Movie? I don't know what that means. I'm not in Scotland. I'm from Scotland. Paul McKenna's here. I'm late but fresh from a beer garden in Glasgow. Evening all. Evening, Paul. Yeah, I think this could work well. I don't know whether it's because everyone's been to the pub tonight, but I've had loads of super chats, so I might do this, and this might become quite a lucrative career now. Everyone goes out and gets hammered and comes back and super chats up the wazoo. I like the idea of that. House news. House news. Oh, house news is quite depressing. Just let me see. I've got a message. Oh, that's alright. House news is no house news. So we had... Obviously, if you're here, I'm moving house. Moving fish room is what's pertinent to this conversation. But we had an offer accepted on a new house. A nice big house with a nice big garden. A nice big double garage for me to have a fish room in. But we got... The survey was done last week. And the surveyor phoned up and used the words substantial damage and fire when he was describing what the loft was like, which was a bit of a shock. So he says there's been a fire at some point. It doesn't look like it's been addressed. It might have been, but we need to see paperwork, so we've been trying to sort that out. So obviously we got onto the seller saying, oh, look, surveyor's been round, says there's a fire, and he's going, oh, I don't remember a fire. I'm like, okay, I'm not asking you whether you remember it, I'm telling you there was one. Now what are you going to do about it? Yeah, I don't remember a fire. Okay, but there clearly was one. Have a look yourself, go up in your loft, see all the smoke damage and the charring and the bent wood and the timbers falling apart. Yeah, well, I don't remember a fire, so I don't know where we're going to go with this. So they're waiting for us to supply the actual paper surveyor's report, and he's taking his sweet time to write it up, but we'll get there. So I imagine it'll be a case of, because the guy that's selling it isn't the guy that lived there, just to clarify that, how he can't remember it, but he's the nephew of the guy that used to live there, who then died, and then he went through probate, and he's now selling it. So that's the story. But yeah, he's just denying all knowledge of any fire. When I keep telling him, I'm not asking a question whether there was a fire or not, I'm asking a question of what you're going to do about the fact that there was a fire and it's effed up the roof. So our options are basically walk away, get some money off it, or get them to fix it. So that's the house news. We're waiting for that to happen. So that's house news. It's very, I don't know, it's quite depressing, because it was exciting. Oh, we're going to move to this great big house, it's going to be fantastic. And now it's like, I'm going to have to argue about loads of stuff. I don't really want them to offer some money off to say, well, we think it costs 20 grand to fix a roof, so here's 20 grand off the asking price, and then we start fixing the roof and they go, oh, look what else we found. So you need to fix the roof and then this bit of the wall and then that door over there's a bit dodgy. Oh, and if you're going to move the door and the roof, then you need to replace this. So it ends up being a bit of a, yeah. So you've all depressed me now with that question, but that's the house news. So we'll see. Hopefully next week's stream we'll have better news, but we'll see where it goes. So Sharpie says, anything I review gets an honest one. My morals and conscience are more important than someone's profits. And that's an attitude that serves you well, and I think it serves most people well, because if I started going, oh, this thing's a pile of crap, but it's brilliant, you should buy it, you'll never trust me again. I just don't see the point of it. I'm more than happy for people to send me stuff for free, but you have to be able to send me stuff for free with the conviction, courage of your own convictions that your product's good, not write in some kind of deal that makes me guarantee that I'll say it's good no matter what, because that's just telling me that the product's going to be crap. And I'm not going to do like a hatchet job on your thing. I'll offer to not release a video if I really hate it and I think it's terrible and you don't want me to tell anyone that, fine, I'll just not make the video. But I think you get, as a company who's doing the asking for the review, I think they get so much more out of it if an honest review gets, so even if it's negative, just an honest review saying, I don't like these things, but I do like these things. They then have the opportunity to get the bad things fixed and publicise the good things, and they've been shown to be an honest company. Oh, another super chat, 199 from Jennifer. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Oh, have we got a photo on Discord? Right, let's go have a quick look down here. Will you ever bring out more soft fish foods? We really like them. So I do the soft Artemia at the moment. There are a couple of options. And with my next order, I have asked for a few of the other... they're not... I can't even remember what they are now, but there's various different types of soft pellets. So I'm going to get a few different ones. And if I like any of them, I'll probably start stocking them as well. Pardon me. Picture on Discord, perhaps. Big screen it so we can all see. Right, let's get on Discord and let's see if we can see it. Is it in general? No, is it in fish chat? Oh, there we go. Alright, let's put this over here. How do we do that? Come on, computer, play the game. Alright, let's go big screen. Oh, that does look quite serious, whatever it is. Well, mind you, it is quite fuzzy everywhere, so maybe it's not quite that bad. Yeah, I've never seen that before, I have to be completely honest. So black spot disease, Phoenix Blaine is suggesting. I don't know. I'm sorry, I have to say I don't know. Rebecca, you're meant to be out at the pub. Why are you in there? If you can get a biopsy under a microscope, that would help. Yes, it would help. And they're not actually that expensive. I do have one. It's a great little gadget. I often take little pictures with my microscope and send them off to people and annoy them and say, what's this? But yeah, is it just the one fish? I would be tempted to remove that fish just in case it is something that's contagious. But likely, by the stage it's got to already, it's probably already got there. It reminds me of what we'd call neon tetra disease, but obviously it's not a neon tetra. But it looks like a bigger version of that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it is black spot disease. So that would be, so there's a description there on the page. We can read it. I was going to say that's more of a parasitical type thing, but yes, so it's a worm or a fluke. But I would expect more of a spot, for want of a better term, more of a lump or a wound or a that looks too fuzzy to be that. I don't know if this picture's any better. It's hard to see that, isn't it? How do you make that bigger? You don't make it bigger. Excellent. So that looks like the sharpest picture. But yeah, I just don't know. I'm sorry. Leave it up there. If you can get any clearer pictures, I mean, they are quite clear pictures, so maybe that's fine. Or a video would be even better. If you can take a short video, leave it up there, and some of our more experienced people can get on there and have a look. Let's go back to Big Face. No, that was stop streaming. We don't want to press that button. So sorry, that wasn't terribly helpful, but we shall endeavour to keep helping you after the live stream. Oh, see, we just posted another picture there. Doesn't look good, whatever it is. How long has that been a thing? Has that come on fast, or has it come on slow? Because that would make me think... Now, what would that make me think? Yeah, I just don't want to give you some advice here because I don't know, so I might give you the wrong advice. We'll come back to that. Hopefully someone can suggest something. Simon, another super chat. This is ridiculous, people. Calm yourselves. Neil Sandwich had a spectacular tank failure yesterday, thankfully just testing a free-to-collector in the garden. Damn shame. 1200 by 500 by 500. Well, if it's just a seal, it's not that hard to reseal them. But always test outside, people. That's very, very sage advice indeed. Paul's got a couple of Rams electric blue cross yellow. They're quite stunning. I have them in a 60 litre right now, and temps about 85 Fahrenheit. Do they need a bigger tank? Probably. If they're the only things in there, they're probably fine for now. But yeah, I think they probably would appreciate a little bit of a bigger tank. What do you mean 85 Fahrenheit? Celsius. Come on. I've been having an argument with a man on my... how do I get rid of this? One of my videos has been... He chastised me because I said in a video that a gallon was about 4.5 litres. And he basically said, idiot, a gallon's not 4.5 litres, it's 3.7 litres. So I was like, I think you'll find a US gallon is 3.7 litres, but I don't live in the US, so my gallon is an imperial gallon, and it's 4.5 litres. And basically, 20 messages later, you're an idiot, no, you're an idiot, no, you're an idiot. It was very fun. But yeah, I don't get why people still use Fahrenheit and gallons. It just doesn't make any sense. But let's not get dragged into that again. My discus are knobheads. They're always falling out and guarding the food. Yeah, I think all discus are it sometimes. Yes. Oh, back panel shattered into tiny cubes. That's not a reseal job. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, so unlucky. At least it was free. That's all we can say. A homemade tank with the wrong type of glass, but it was free, yes. Right, Nina, I've seen the pictures. We'll come back to them in a little while. And hopefully some other people can suggest some things there. Fishman Aquatics, did you ever do the little tree thing we sent you? That little tree thing. At the moment, it's an ornament. Like I say, I'm kind of on a go slow and not wanting to start new projects because I don't want to have to then pack them away immediately. But I do have a plan to make a little bonsai And probably that tank. So if you remember from a few months ago, the video about the oldest betta in existence, he is no more. But thankfully, I'm pretty sure it was just old age. So there's nothing in that tank now other than snails. So when I set it back up again, I will set it back up and try and do some kind of aquascape design with this, which is a pretty cool little ornament. But lots of scope to make it terrible. What with my skills, but you know, we'll give it a try. I have visions of trying to get some kind of high-tech tank and some carpeting plants down at the bottom, like a low field. I'm thinking the tree from Shawshank Redemption, with moss as the tree leaves, and like a hill. Very grand plans. Don't hold me to that, because as soon as I start things, I quickly change my mind and go, no, it's too difficult, can't do it. But that's kind of where I'm going with it. But for now, it's a decoration on the shelf. Shall we do a giveaway? Let's get down to the bottom of the chat and we'll do a bit of a giveaway. My next tank's going to be on Klarna. Just make sure you know you'll definitely be able to afford it. What the hell's Klarna? Klarna makes online shopping simple. I'm now just looking up things. Alright, is it some kind of like a hire purchase type, store cardy type thing? What tank are you going to get though? That's the important question. Where do we get to? Yes, so everyone now saying, be careful. I've heard lots of bad things about Klarna. Yeah, anything that's credit, just make sure you play the bleeding bill. I got into loads of trouble when I was younger as well, thinking, oh, free money. But it's not free, and they come and get you. Thanks to the people who subbed to my channel last week, Chow with Lau. YouTube doesn't tell everyone who subs, but I saw Scott Haddo on the list. Thank you all. Yeah, so Chow with Lau, Michael, he's been in the stream for the last few weeks. I went on a bit of a down the rabbit hole on his channel, looking at all the delicious food that he was cooking up. So yeah, this is a free, you're allowed to promote your own stuff here, just don't spam everyone. So if you think you've got some good stuff, by all means, get on the Discord server, share it in the promotions page. It doesn't have to be fish related. Tell everyone about your stuff. Maybe it's just going through an emo phase, what with the black lipstick. Yeah, I don't like to make jokes about fish that are clearly sick, but yeah, I did think maybe. One is dead and 2 more of 17, says Nina. So 1 has died from this. Yeah, so I would separate that, because if it is something that's parasitic or a worm or something along those lines, it could well be the way they kind of operate as they go through their life cycle, and then they kill the fish and everything drops into the substrate or the food and then gets picked up by the next fish, and it just repeats and repeats until it wipes your tank out. So you might have to get a quarantine tank at least to try and see if you can put a stop to it. Graham, I'm from Kirkcaldy in Fife. Have you ever been there? I have been there. I'm pretty sure I've been there a few times. The only reason I remember a kid in my class at school couldn't say Kirkcaldy, and it was Kirkcaldy. I'm going to Kirkcaldy caravanning. Sorry for everyone that's from Scotland for my terrible accent, but he was a Chukter, so he did sound like that. Yes. I don't think I've spent much time there, but I've driven through and been to various places around there. I'm not a big fan of buy now pay later because they can suddenly demand all the money. Yeah, especially with new ones. But if in doubt, water change. That's a very good piece of advice. The amount of times the first thing everyone goes to is, right, get into your medicine cabinet or get on Amazon, buy all these things, or try and find a vet. And you're like, when was the last time you did the water change? Well, I just top up. So, up your water change regime anyway, because it can't hurt, while we try and figure out what's going on. Doodly-doo. Jennifer used to go to Cooper for her marine fish. I used to go to Cooper all the time. We would go to, so I played golf quite a lot when I was younger. We'd go to St Andrews, and then I don't know why we would do this, but we'd always take a run to Cooper. They used to do the air show there as well, didn't they? I remember the Cooper, they did the fast jets and stuff like that. It was great, yeah. Amount of times that I went to St Andrews in the middle of the night when we used to go to the dancing. This is showing my age now. We'd go to the dancing, and if I was we'd always have one designated driver. So we were very responsible, and we'd often go to St Andrews from Glasgow. So like get kicked out of the garage nightclub at 3 a.m, jump in the car, go to St Andrews for a macaroni pie from the all-night bakery at St Andrews. We probably drove past about 100 all-night places, but, it's just something to do. Oh, the stories I could tell. Mark Astley, 4.5 all day long, definitely. Thanks for your effort anyway to help Aquarium Adventures. Well, keep checking in, because there's people a lot smarter than me on that Discord, and we'll find something. How do you clean your discus tank? Now there's a question. There's a boring video in the making. I could definitely make a video of that. So I generally don't, if I'm completely honest. I have a little algae scraper. It's one of my favourite algae scrapers. And I do use that, but other than that, I tend to just leave it, and the fish do their jobs and they look after it. So, as it's a discus tank, I'm quite often doing water changes, so it doesn't really get a chance to get too far out of control. So I don't do much cleaning other than what you would expect. Get in there, get your arm down. If it's a particularly stubborn spot of algae, get that off. But a quick algae wipe with the algae scrubber, water changes, job done. There are 3 countries that still use imperial, and 2 of them are in the process of changing to metric. Yes, but my argument is that the only country that uses US gallons is the US, and everybody else all used imperial. And that's everybody else. They don't use it now, but if you ask someone from Britain what gallon, if you start talking gallons to me from Britain, I think of the imperial gallon. You ask someone from Canada, how much is a gallon? They think of the imperial gallon. The only person that thinks of the US gallon is someone in America, or one of the few South America countries where America sold them petrol pumps, and that's the way that they measure their gallons. Everybody else does metric, but everybody else did imperial until they came to their senses and moved to the metric system. And that was the whole basis of my argument with this fellow. He was saying, no, anytime you talk gallons, you should mean the US gallon, because that's the only one that anyone uses. That's just blatantly not true, and no, I don't think we shouldn't be giving any credit to the Americans for continuing to use gallons. There is a better system. Everyone else is switching to it. They should too. Breathe. Oh, that moved quickly. Wendy's got a super chat as well. Bloody hell. Thank you, Wendy. 4.546. It's, yes, if you want to be pedantic, and I do. Thank you, Jennifer. The Joe Rio, looking at options, I don't like a stand that comes with the Joe Rio. Ah, right. Well, when I was looking at them, there was the Fluval range I quite like for the bigger tanks. But I did quite like the dual. I want to say visage, but it's not called that, is it? Is it Vision? Is it just Vision? Dual. Why can't I type Vision? Yeah, dual Vision 450. That's like kind of got the. It's not a bow front, but it's slightly curved front and a lot plainer cabinet. But I don't know what you didn't like about the other cabinet. So yeah, minimum 450 litres. Yeah, have a look at that, or have a look even at custom shops. So I know when I bought my custom tank, they would offer me a payment plan as well. So that was Fit Filtration in Sheffield, but they deliver tanks all over the place. I'm sure places like ND and all that will have their own credit agreements and options. And then you get exactly what you want. It'll fit in exactly the space that you've got. Planning to have a big tank with lots of schools, but like I've got now, but bigger, more variety, possibly discus too. Well, you can't go wrong with the discus tank, obviously. Noodle Sandwich sells beds if anyone's interested. Well, I might be interested. My bed's knackered. I need a new one. From the pictures I've seen, it looked like it overhangs and it's only supported by the particle board, not actually underneath the outside. And I had a dual reel. I had the 200, I think. I don't think it overhangs. Let's all have a look at it, shall we? Let's go big face. Small face, rather. Oh, do you mean this little bit here? So this is the 450. So if you mean this little bit, so yeah, it does overhang, but the weight isn't overhanging all that stuff. The weight is supported, and I have seen this tank. It's pretty good. It is particle board there, but it does have solid wood supports and that. Oh well, it did a few years ago anyway. I'd hate to give you advice and say that it's now still got the solid wood supports underneath, because I did that once with I think it was a Ciano tank. They still going? Where I told somebody, oh no, it's perfect, and then when they bought it, they'd done some cost cutting exercises, and the tank was still fine, but the stand was garbage, and I felt awful. So see if you can go and have a look at one. Or I found them to be very responsive to emails and stuff like that, so you can ask them to take some detailed pictures. You know, if they still got all the pictures in these ones. Because it's like a board that sits on top, but the support isn't this board, it's what lies underneath it on this bit. Because it is what do you call them? A floating bottom? That's probably not the right term. I know what I mean. Big face. Right. Where did I get to? Right, I'm going to try and get down to the bottom and then we'll do a giveaway. What do you think? If we get a few more likes, I'll do a bit of a giveaway. Fluval range doesn't go big enough. Oh, that's a shame. Aqua Oak and Aqua One, yeah, they're also good ones. Bloody ex-colonials and their US tantrums. Where did we get to? Best tank I've ever had, says Adam, is an ND Aquatics one. I've never had an ND Aquatics one, but I have you're probably just tipping the balance into people who have raved about them and people who have moaned about them. I've had loads of people say they're absolutely fantastic, and I've heard loads of people say, oh, they're good, but... and the ones that I've seen where people have bought one look perfectly fine. I would definitely think one. Big Fish Lad likes the dual reels. He has 4 or 5. He does, yeah. Even he says they're not the best, pretty cheap materials. Who can DIY me a stand? I'm not at that level yet. Well, there's a guy on YouTube. What's his name? It used to be Waru Joey. He's got quite a few videos about building stands, and those stands will hold up houses, never mind anything else. Yeah, if you want an over-engineered tank stand, you actually can't go wrong with his videos. They'd hold up tanks. Not the prettiest of things, but as long as you can face it properly, it will look fine. Right, I said we'll have a video. I said we'd have a giveaway, so let's have a giveaway. Let me... Oh, I've not even opened up my... Oh, I'm behind this curve here. Let me find... I need to log into the thing. What's it called? The thing that everyone gets upset when they chat about it. It's not Chatbot, it's Nightbot. That's the one. Early onset dementia. Dementia? Giveaways. Include the mods. The Queen of B&Q or the King of B&Q. Yeah. Or MD Fish Tanks has a good stand tutorial. In fact, you know who has a good stand tutorial? Let me see if I can find it. Your friend and mine. Well, I don't know if he's your friend. God, I can't remember what it's called now. Ah, yes. Simply Shrimps. So, there's another channel worth a watch called Simply Shrimps. Nathan from Simply Shrimps. Why can't I stop saying Simply Shrimps? He has one of his most popular videos was an aquarium stand that he built for a big old tank. I think it was a 5 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. 2 parts on the video of how he built his stand. I mean, it's very similar to the one Joey would have built, but yeah, worth a watch. And then you get to support a UK fish tuber at the same time. I should be sharing my screen, shouldn't I? It's this one. So, Simply Shrimps. If you search on YouTube for that, you can have a look. And he's a thoroughly decent chap. We've had a few chats over the years. We kept meaning to do a collab, but then he gave up on YouTube for a while, but he's came back like a month ago or so. And he's building out his new fish room as well, so yeah, go and check him out. Big face. Mark Astley with the super chat as well. Thank you, Mark. Two befores and coach bolts, job done. Well, yeah, that is taking it down to its basic bare components. You won't go bad with that. I actually had a phone call from the King of DIY last week. So it's probably worth mentioning. So yeah, as Fishmank says, the King didn't show himself in a good light on Secret History stream. Yeah, he phoned me up after that because I commented on that saying, yeah, I've had a few run-ins with the King myself. But I'm trying to... So I unsubscribed from him and everything, tried to just stay away from the drama. But yeah, he phoned me up to explain himself and tell me that everything was taken out of context, and he has messages from Alex at the... And he did share some of the messages, and he did say that things were getting blown out. And if you watch the video, it does look like it all went sideways for no apparent reason. But yeah, Joey, he was complaining to me that he's like, oh, everyone's going on about this gaslighting now. And I was like, look, if you don't want to be accused of gaslighting, stop doing and saying the things that people who do and say gaslighting things do. And he was like, oh, right, yeah, well, yeah, I suppose. It's like you completely blamed him for everything when neither of you were to blame for anything, but the default position was to go and just attack this guy and call him names and all that kind of stuff. It's just not good. But yeah, so he invited me onto his, so he started a podcasting channel. So he invited me onto that. But I mean, he spent a lot of time telling me he wasn't recording me and he wasn't trying to set me up for anything, and I would get a chance to make sure the video was to my liking before he would release it and all this kind of stuff. But I just don't, because he said to me, oh, I made a video with Ohio Fish Rescue, go and watch that because it will probably be something along those lines. And I watched it, and it was like the most sycophantic thing I've ever seen, where they're going, oh no, Joey, we love you, really, it's all a big misunderstanding. And I was like, look, I'm not going to come on and do that. I don't love you. I kind of just want to avoid you. Any attempt for us to bury the hatchet is going against my attempts to avoid drama. I'm not interested in the drama. I don't want to cancel you. I just made some videos where I said you were doing stupid things and I didn't like it, you didn't like it, so I stopped making them. Let's just continue doing that. So yeah, he was on the phone for like 45 minutes talking about doing this, so he wanted me to go away and sleep on it, but I'm very much in the camp of I don't see how it would be of benefit, especially as one of the things he's been saying is he wants to get people who don't like him onto his podcast, and because he thinks that'll show them up and make fools of them. I think the best thing that could ever happen if I did go onto his podcast would be, I'm essentially going to go on someone else's, I'm going to accept an invite. It's like going around to somebody else's house and slagging them off. How do you not come away without looking like a dick? So I'd rather just not say anything. I don't want to go onto his podcast and say, well, this is why you're terrible, and how rude and, I don't know what the word, disrespectful to go on to somebody's house and tell them where all the faults lie. Why is that a good thing? But yeah, so I've spoken to him a few times now. I probably don't think he's quite as terrible as I've made out in the past. And he must get a lot of shit for just being who he is, but as I keep saying to him, you don't help yourself by being the way you are. And so hopefully we can just move on, but I don't see any great benefit to me about talking to him. So there's a quick aside. What did I go into there? Yeah, so he didn't show himself in a very good light, but I don't think Alex is showing himself in a brilliant light either. But yeah, drama is just drama. I don't think it helps. Drama is views sometimes, but in my experience, the drama where I've had videos in the past with Joey in the title, for instance, or me saying, so this all started, if you don't know, was I made a video saying I really like the King of DIY. I bought his book somewhere. But recently I've gone off him a bit, and it was just in all truth, me struggling to make content because I didn't have anything to talk about that week. So it was just, well, this is what I've been thinking this week. I'm kind of going off this guy now. He's not doing the things that got me into it, and he annoys me a little bit. And it just went, psh. Everyone, oh, he's been attacked, he's attacking him. I was just like, no, well, that's not why I made it. But the amount of abuse that I got from it instantly turned me against him. It was like a war immediately. And I did get sucked into the drama thing. I thought I was being quite funny about it, because in the next video I made, it was called We Need to Talk About the King. Then the next video was, okay, we don't need to talk about the King, just to try to cash in on some of those views. But I got a load of views. I got 10,000 views on that video, but I also lost a bunch of subscribers, because if I want to grow my channel, I'm looking for the same people who already follow him. We need to share them. And the internet's big enough that we can share all these people, so I don't need the drama. And I never really meant to start with that. We got involved in a few arguments, and I'll argue with anyone at the best of times. I like a good argument, or a debate. We should call them debates. But they don't help. I lost loads of subscribers just by making those videos, and then I kind of doubled down and said, no, I'm speaking the truth here. He did a bad thing. I'm just saying he did a bad thing. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying you shouldn't watch him. I'm not saying go over and unsubscribe. I'm saying I don't like that thing he did, and that was all I was saying. There's plenty of things he's done that are good, and I think, or I've tried to be fair and say, yes, he probably has brought a load of people into the hobby. I think I made an analogy about, pardon me, the fish tank we were talking about last week. Everybody's first fish tanks. So it's the tiny little fish tank with the clown puke gravel, and that you cram loads of fish into it. That's the thing that gets you into the hobby, and then you move on. Joey's the thing that brings loads of people into the hobby, and then sometimes they move on. So I get why he is who he is, and he does what he does, and he has been very honest with me, and he's told me some of the things point blank. He's admitted, look, I've made mistakes, I've done bad things, and I'll own up to loads of them, but a lot of the things that I'm accused of, I didn't do. And the ones that he's actually admitted to, you think, well, if he's admitting to that, then he probably didn't do those things that he's accused of. So we'll leave it there, but I just don't see any benefit, to me anyway, of going on his podcast. Right, so where did we get to? So drama is views, but it hurts in the long run, is my advice. So if you're a burgeoning aquarium channel, don't go down the drama route, because it'll hurt you eventually. Why does Joey even care? It's pretty weird. And I've said that to him many times. Like, why are you engaging with me even? But even with other people, because he will go on. He comments in the Secret History of Life's Aquarium, or whatever it is. You can see him in the comments saying, no, I didn't do that, or here's some screenshots of me saying something completely different, or no. I'm like, how have you got time for this? If you just ignore it, it'll go away. Yeah, because I have literally hundreds of messages on my phone from the last time we fell out publicly, of him going from everything from threatening me to us making up and being friends almost, to calling me liar, me calling him a liar, and just basically petty stuff. But I'm like, how have you got time for this? I just didn't get it. PM me on Facebook about beds. Oh yeah, definitely. Simon says, if I have to beg you not to do it, I will. I don't think it's sensible for your own self-respect or for the channel. Yes. I mean, I did say to him, like, if I come on your podcast, I think it would be massively hypocritical of me to come on your podcast. And he was like, oh, right, so you're worried about looking hypocritical. And I was like, no, I'm worried about being hypocritical. I will come on and tell you what I think your faults are. And that's just not a nice thing to do to someone. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. Why? Yeah. So it doesn't matter even if he is setting it up so as he can then come back with loads of clever answers and stuff like that. It's not nice for me to say nasty things to him, or not nice for me to highlight faults, and it's not nice for him to have to defend it and make me look bad. So that's both of us looking bad. Where we could just not say anything and only put positive things out. I mean, I'm not going to make any more videos about him, but I still maintain I don't think there's anything actually wrong with saying I don't like what that thing is over there. But it becomes drama. SL30's here. Aquarium Adventures and Aquarium Co-op, my main go-to on YouTube. Oh, thank you very much. It's to be mentioned in the same breath. We're in slightly different leagues. Aquatic Jack says, I met Joey a few times. He's changed a lot over the years in content and in personality. And to be fair, you can't help but change. I mean, if you look at some of my videos so Tam will tell you, look at some of my videos from 3 years ago compared to the videos today. They're very different. The ones 3 years ago are me standing in front of a camera going, this is a fish tank. That's the word, fish tank. Awkward silence. jump cut to something completely different. You get better, you change, you have to do different things. I think he made a mistake by calling himself the king of DIY, because he kind of limited himself to there. Once he'd finished doing all the DIY projects, where else do you go? And that being very unfair of me, because that was one of my challenges, is don't call yourself the king of DIY. You're not actually that good at it, and you don't do that much of it anymore. But yeah, that's because there's only so much you can do. But yeah, Joey wants to be liked. I'm sure he does. I want to be liked. I don't want people to hate me. And Steve, but he's an arse. He is an arse. I'm an arse. Well, everyone's an arse sometimes. We just went down a rabbit hole together of getting drawn into it. Graham equals wise. It's the first time anyone's ever said that, Courtney. Giveaway, that's what we're doing. Yes, well remembered. It's Kaylee here. Right. Oh, we need to do the wheel then, don't we? So I need to log into that one as well. Right, bear with me. That one is on Streamlabs. That's the one. So I need to log into there. I need to click that. I need to... Who am I? What's my... I'm Graham. Yep, that's me. Aquarium Adventures. So, if we do this, and then put that on, what are we going to win tonight, do we think? So you'll see a wheel. So I'm going to refresh this as well. I think we might revamp this for one of the next streams and put some different prizes in there. I don't know what we could do, maybe. But for now, you could win some stickers. You could win a goodie bag. You could win a blue thing, and the blue thing is a hoodie. You could win a purple thing, which is a beanie. You could win a green thing, which is a towel. And that one's a polo. They do say these things, I just have very bad eyesight. So we're going to spin the wheel. And it's a goodie bag. So a goodie bag is whatever I can find lying around to send you, basically. It might be a beanie. It will definitely be a beanie, because I've got lots of beanies left over. Beanies were not a popular merch item, especially not in summer. But you're going to get one, because I've got loads of them. You might get some food. You might get a plant. You might, yeah, whatever I come across. You might get a Ferts bottle or a food tub, or who knows. So if you want to win it, I think you have to go over to the small face. Nope, not that one. So to be eligible, you have to be a person. You have to live in the UK. You have to, if you don't live in the UK, you have to be willing to pay the postage up front. You have to, what are the other things? Click like. Subscribe. You have to subscribe. That's the one. You have to be a subscriber. So, if you want it, type in the chat, I want it, all one word. Beanies are popular in Scotland all year round. And so, just as a point of note, anyone that has ordered any proper merch, so by that I mean the stuff that comes from Phil, it should be getting sent out on Tuesday. And so if you're here, Kaylee, it's time to start getting to win. We don't want a diplomatic incident. No, we don't. I kind of want to separate myself from them. We go and do our own thing, and then yeah, it's just not. I'm not into the drama. That's the thing. So we'll do the giveaway. SL30 Aquatics. Your impression of you 3 years ago is like me watching my own videos. Well, I don't know if you saw my latest video, because bloody nobody did. It didn't do very well. It was prompted by, I get loads of people asking me, oh, what do you feed your discus? I must get that question once a day. Oh, the other rule, if you win, you have to email me, not Instagram, because I can never find Instagram messages, not PayPal. PayPal? Not even PayPal. Not Facebook, not Twitter, not anything else. Email, graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk, or I will miss your message and everyone will get upset. But yeah, I get this question every day. What do you feed your discus? What do you recommend I feed my discus? And I always say, well, I made a video about this, about what I feed my discus, and I send them to it. Oh my God, I like myself, but I was boring myself watching the video. It was like, I feed my discus this fish, I don't feed it with bloodworm, I don't feed them with I tried to watch it myself and literally fell asleep at my desk trying to watch my own video. So I kind of remade it and updated it a bit with the foods that I was feeding currently. So there's quite I think it's natural. You just change. You get better at being in front of a camera. That's not to say that I'm good at being in front of a camera. You just get better at being in front of a camera. You get better at editing. A lot of my old videos have me saying a thing, and then like 5 seconds of me staring awkwardly at the lens afterwards for no apparent reason, or me fidgeting with the camera, or me fidgeting with the camera and moving back. And I'm like, as if it was like a design choice to leave that in. I'm like, no, that's just because I was bad at it. So we've got 35 eligible users so far, as we can see from up here. Yep, I want it. Richard Coventry, I'm a person who lives in the UK. Well, you sir can definitely win, because if you're the Richard Coventry I think you are, I can deliver it by hand. Simon doesn't want it. Oh dear. Yeah, I was impressed with the polos. I think they are quite good quality. I'm more impressed with the hoodies, and that's not just a sales tactic to make you buy the more expensive thing. The hoodies are actually quite good quality. Yeah, they do a good job. Yep, graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk if you're the winner. Paul's offering to take my place for the interview with Joey. I'll get in touch and say, I've heard that Graham's not going to come and talk to you. I think he's also going to go, if I decide not to do it. Well, I've told him I wasn't going to do it, but he made me say I would think about it. But I think he'll go to Michael next. Gary Fullstow, Graham, I've just bought a large sumped marine tank second hand. I'm going to use it as a tropical sump setup. Any advice about cleaning? Should I be worried about any possible problems? Not really. I've turned freshwater to marine and back again a few times over. I've never had any problems with it. I've never done anything special about it other than just giving it a good old rinse and a good old clean. When I go from marine to freshwater, I will give everything a proper scrub, empty it out obviously, give everything a proper scrub, all the surfaces, fill it up, empty it again, fill it up, empty it again, fill it up, use it. That's all I really did. If you get a chance, leave it dry for a while. That sorts most problems. Noodle Sandwich can confirm the polos are amazing quality and available at very reasonable prices on my website, which is aquariumadventures.co.uk. If you can get past the barrage of adverts that I haven't quite got around to taking off the website, you can buy yourself a nice polo in a variety of colours, a nice towel with the Aquarium Adventures logo, or you can get one that says Mucky Doings, which Soren from Denmark now has. You have the original prototype now, Soren. You should feel very proud of that. So you can get a towel. You don't have to use it for fish stuff. You can just use it for your hair. I don't know why I'm pretending I've got hair. Or the hoodies, like I say, there's a pullover hoodie and a zip-up hoodie. They are extremely comfy. I could add hand delivered as a giveaway prize. You could add to orders, yeah. Yes, if anyone lives in Sheffield, I'm more than happy to save the £3 postage for stuff and hand deliver things. Right, 35 eligible users. This is your last chance. I'll give you a couple of more seconds. Everyone's in. We've got the mods. Everyone. No one gets extra luck. And we will roll it in a second. Are we ready? Still haven't received it, says Soren. That can't be true. Really? I sent that quite a while ago now. You having me on? Is that because I said you didn't pay me? Hydrogen peroxide's a good one for nets and buckets and tubes. Yes, hydrogen peroxide is good. Kaylee, yes, I think... I knew Kaylee would turn up when we started doing a competition. I think I got a message from your other half asking where that had come to. It's going to be posted on Tuesday, I found out. Right, let's roll it, see if we can get a winner. Z has won. Congratulations, Z. Shall we do a couple more winners? See, we do... So Z has won. Let me write this down. Z has won the goodie bag. Do one more for some stickers. Do you want some stickers? Who wants some stickers? Brian, Dawn, and Tony, you get some stickers. Dawn and Tony. So, Graham at aquariumadventures.co.uk. Email me, remind me what you won, and I'll send it to you. Z has won the goodie bag, so it will be basically one of these boxes. And whatever I can cram into a box that size, and I'll send it to you. Fishy related. It won't just be like random cables that are lying around. That might be actually. Maybe a pot noodle. You never know. So yes, let's go back to the big face, shall we? Big face. If that is Richard that was watching earlier, were you impressed by my TV direction skills? I read something about was it somebody complaining about the Monaco F1 that was getting the TV direction was dire or something like that. Was it Monaco? I should really look that story up. But it made me think of you and think, oh, if you get to go and direct that one day, bring me. Right, everyone's a winner, everyone's a winner. Congratulations, everyone. I don't know what tangent I went off on there. A camera battery, yeah, you never know. I think I did actually send somebody, this was a while ago now, but I sent somebody, not a report card, but it was like an application for a bus pass for one of my kids for school, because it just fell in the box. I posted it out, they were a bit like, what's this? Yeah, it was it the F1? Yeah, they didn't use their normal TV crew. Yeah, I heard. I didn't watch it myself. I missed it, but I heard loads of things on the internet about. Did they use a potato as a TV director for this? Alan Hopkinson's Snakeheads. Congratulations to the winner. He's off to bed. I need to get in touch with you. When I move house and get my new bigger tanks and multiple tanks, Snakeheads is something I want to get into. Right, what am I missing? What am I missing? I'm looking in the wrong box. There was some other news, wasn't there? Monaco's run as a closed shop. I don't like superbikes. I want you to get into F1 and things like that. It's not that I don't like super bites. This is going to make no sense to anyone else in the chat, but we'll leave it there. Right, questions. We've got half an hour left before I'm going to leave. And what did I want to get through? There was a thing. What else could we talk about? There was big news. There was news in the world. What was it? Let me see. Let's go on here. Have you heard? Apple snails are coming back to the UK. Wah, wah, wah. Although, if you're OATA, the Ornamental Trade Association, they're claiming they have no knowledge of this, which is the best trade association in the world, when all the retailers already know that they're allowed back into the country, but the trade association's got no freaking idea. What is the point in having them? So they tweeted out today that, like, oh, we've been hearing that there might be a relaxation of the rules to import apple snails, and like, so I think it was Rebecca told us on our Discord server that they were coming back because they were already on the list to be allowed to be imported in. So I, for one, am a big fan of these. Pardon me. And hopefully I will be getting some because I think they're awesome snails. Very good algae eaters. Nice big old snails. And when we get some puffers going again, they're prolific breeders as well. A local TV company sticked it up the crappy coverage. Check out WTA Strasbourg for amazing TV directing this week. So if you haven't pieced it together, Richard's a TV director and he does some sporting events. And sounds like the tennis in Strasbourg this week. Graham will be sending you his ABBA tape mix and half a shell suit. As if. I'm going to share a shell suit. Kaylee feels like a winner after having a whole entire wheel named after her. There you go. You want a mystery snail? Well, you might be able to get one soon. Jab. Are apple snails the same as mystery snails? So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's either all mystery snails are apple snails, but not all apple snails are mystery snails, or all apple snails are mystery snails, but not all mystery snails are apple snails. I can never remember which one round it is. But to the layman, they're the same thing. They get quite big. To whoever it was that asked that question, how big do apple snails get? I don't want to be the guy that says quite big, but they get quite big. All the Americans still have them because they've still had them for years and years and years. There's plenty of videos out there you can go and have a look at them. Some of them look like they're the size of a fist, but they're not. They don't get quite that big. That's just camera angles and that kind of thing. But the Ken, I want to say about yay big is the ones, because I used to have a load of them. Many moons ago I used to have a load of them, and yeah, they would get good old size though. Yeah, I don't think they actually get to the size of an apple. I know they're called apple snails because they resemble that, but I've never seen one the size of an apple. I think there have been some that have been like the size of a fist, which is coincidentally the size of an apple, but very, very rare. I once got somebody's bank statements used as packing material. Yeah, I've done that before where I've used, and what was it? It was Chen's Discus, I think. They sent me a load of stuff. Many moons ago, I had bought some discus from them, and they packaged it with like newspapers, and they were like all old Chinese newspapers, but there was a bunch of checks in there as well, all cancelled and stuff, so I couldn't, and foreign, I couldn't do anything with them. But I was like, oh, check for like $1,000,000 yen. I know that's probably like a tenner or something like that, but you know. It depends what you think of an apple, because you get different sized apples. Yes, there you go. The difference between apple and mystery snails is the foot colour. Mystery snails either have a white or a dark coloured foot, and apple snails have olive green foot, or a mixture of light and dark. What? Mystery snails have white or dark coloured foot. Apple snails have a mix of light and dark coloured foot. What? That's the same thing. Yeah, alright, I'm going to research that for next week. I saw a tweet from Oata earlier on and it annoyed me, so I thought I'd bring that up. Right, big face, big face. Still on the small face. Right, we'll do some admin again. We have... what's gone down? 47 people watching and 52 likes. 48 people watching. So, hello person that's just joined. Can you click the like button, please? It really helps us out. There's the join button down below if you want to join. You can help us get all the new... Oh, in fact, we might even already get the new emojis. Let me check it out. Let's go into YouTube Studio. Am I sharing my password anywhere? Nope, we're all right. Emojis. Oh, no, I was wrong. We need 6 more members to get to the next level of emojis. So anyway, where was I? Click subscribe, click like, tell your friends, buy a t-shirt, all those things. Watch the videos. No one's watching the videos anymore. I don't know why I've upset someone somewhere. Watch the videos, click join if you want to. We all get extra emojis, not that that means anything. But, as I mentioned earlier, I want to do some proper membership perks, whether that is discounts to the shop or stickers, physical stickers. I want to get a load more stickers, so I've been talking to Phil about getting a load more stickers made. Because... So as you can see, we've got the properly spelt I follow Aquarium Adventures stickers. But where's the spangly ones? Ooh. We've got a couple of the spangly ones left. So I'm thinking of doing a whole new range of stickers and then giving them all away whenever we get an order on the website, or to members, or to, who knows, whatever. But we need to get some decent member perks. So yeah, let me know what you think. Join the Discord, because I think the Discord's going to go somewhere, and then hopefully we can get people on as guests. I don't know if that's a thing, but if we can, we'll do that. Tam Solo has no join button. That's disgraceful. I've heard this before, but apparently on mobile it moves around, but on desktop it should be just under the video somewhere. It should be down there somewhere. I didn't know snails had feet. They just have one, so they have a foot. Yeah, as Noodle says, they have a foot. What would be a good price for a small discus? I see varying prices here in Glasgow. That's a tricky one. I'm gonna have to send you off to watch my Discus 101 video, Paul. You'll see varying prices. Find out where the discus is from first, and then you'll know whether or not it's a good price. If it's your normal local fish shop and they've got some random discuses in there, they may well be quite cheap. Walk away. It's just going to be trouble. It's going to be all kinds of problems for you. If they say that their supplier is Stinker or something like that, or Chen's, because Chen's and Stinker, they're the main suppliers for most places in the UK. A load of places will get them in from different places, but if they don't know the history or aren't shouting about the history of the discus, walk away. They're going to be just crap and cause you problems down the line. That said, if you go to a proper breeder, so my breeder of choice, or my specialist of choice, is Corbin discus. And they're small discus, so the smallest ones they get are kind of like 3 inches or something like that. And I think the cheapest, smallest ones they get are about 40 quid. which isn't cheap. When you can get, so my first ever discus I bought, I think I got 5 for 50 quid. But then they all died and wiped out half my tank with them. So 40 quid was a better investment, you would say. So if you're thinking about getting into discus and you found somewhere, ask questions. But if you're in Glasgow, look up RT Discus. Because I know that they get them from good suppliers. But yeah, try and use a specialist if you can. If you can't, try and find someone that sources them from a reputable seller, like Chen's or Stinker. Or there's the one in Rotherham that I go to, what they call Sustainable Aquatics. They've got a local breeder who breeds all his discus. So that's a good thing, because they know the source. It's not just some random disease-ridden fish that have been imported from like the leftovers from the Asian farms. So yeah, you will see varying prices, but those prices are probably based on, pardon me, probably based on the scale of quality. But then you get the disreputable people who will put their prices up to make you think it's coming from a quality line. So it's best to check. Pardon me. I'm almost out of beer. Ta-da! There's been some crudeness going on between Simon and Jennifer. You're moderators. You're admin. You can't sink to that level. I'm going to have to look at the chat back afterwards. Pardon me. Yeah, as the elite mod setting the best examples, definitely. Anybody keep Malaysian trumpet snails? I like the sound of them for turning over sand, but don't fancy being overrun with them. If you ever get Malaysian trumpet snails, you will be overrun with them at some point. Everyone always says, oh well, that only happens if you overfeed. In my experience, it happens if you feed. So if you ever want any Malaysian trumpet snails, tell me and I'll send you some. I've got hundreds of the figures. Ooh, where did that go? No join button might be because I'm in India, not Scotland. Yeah, so I was got to say, it depends on the strain and the origin. Yeah, I think I've covered that. What's the Discord group name? Someone will no doubt have already told. Yeah, here we go. Simon and Jennifer racing to give two different links there. Do they go to the same place? I think the lowest price was £25 per fish. Again, like I say, the lowest price at my place is about 40 quid for a fish. Do I still use Corbin discus? Yes, I do. Can you keep discus with an internal and or sponge filters? You can. It's more about the quality of the water. If you have a big tank and just sponge filters, that's probably fine. If you have a big tank and sponge filters and 100 discus in there, that's probably not going to be fine. You might make it a bit better by having a big massive filter. But yeah, there's no reason. Internals are good, externals are better. Sponges are brilliant. I love sponge filters. I have them on all my fish room tanks. Sumps are best. But there you go. Phil's in. We had a hellish couple of weeks, sorry, but yes, the members, we are offering stickers at £20 per metre, or you can share with someone. Ah, very nice. Yeah, Phil, I had explained earlier that there's a couple of orders. They'll probably go out next week. But I know Phil is doing this as a favour as well as running an actual business, so hopefully everyone can be a little bit patient. Z's with the super chat. Thank you very much, Z. Is it just me, or is it so good having one of the misspelt stickers? We still have some of the misspelt stickers. I'm not going to get rid of them. The wife did say, why don't you just chuck them in the bin? But no, I think these will be worth something sometime. I've not included them with, if anyone's put an order in the website recently, you haven't got one of the misspell stickers. These are only for the special people that win the prizes. So if you've won some stickers tonight, I'll send you some of the misspelled ones as well as the correctly spelled ones. Because, you know, when I'm rich and famous, these will be worth something. Yep, Elite logos for you if you want to get in on the sticker action. Right, I'm going to have a look and see what Z's profile picture is, because it seems to be... Have you introduced yourself, or... Well, I can't see where you've posted. I'll have to have a look at that later. Another super chat, bloody hell. Paul McKenna, thank you, sir. Yeah, Mark, it will be worth a fortune in years to come. General. It's in general, is it? That's not showing up to me. I can't keep up with all these different places. Ah, right. What is that picture? I don't know what that is. I can imagine several dirty things. Oh, I'm going to have to show you. It's very hard to see. Ooh, well, who knows? Anyway, I'm being distracted. The reason I ask is I was thinking discus for the 200 litre, but the wife is not letting me use an external or a sump because I'd probably pull a Graham and flood my second floor flat. No, fine then. Yes, there are good internal filters as well. I love sponge filters. As long as you do, sponge filters are great, but they're not the nicest aesthetically, because obviously they sit in the tank, and that's why I don't like sponge filters, internal filters, and things like that for display tanks. That's why I want to use canisters. I would work on convincing her that canisters are perfectly safe, because they are. Pardon me. I think you'll be fine with a canister. Sumps I get, because people do misconfigure sumps and they can overflood, but if you get it right, just as safe as anything else. But yeah, maybe go down the canister route if you can, because I think it just helps the look. But if you're happy having sponge filters and you've got enough space for them, or you can hide them or whatever, then yeah, it should be fine. Adam's off. Good night, Adam. Thank you for joining us. What's the food you fed your discus you were able to stick onto the glass of your aquarium that I saw in one of your videos? That is the my sticky range. For instance, little tablets like this. So these are the sticky colour pellets. So they've all got different. We've got spirulina ones, tropical ones, colour ones. These are colour enhancing ones. But yeah, the little sticky pellets that you stick onto the side of the glass, and it helps you. So I think the spiel is that they help you see your fish, and you can examine them closely and all that kind of stuff. But I use to take pictures of them and video them. One mistake. Phil, sorry. I love that mistake. I think it's one of the best mistakes ever. I think the fact that I must have sent out 100 of these before anyone said anything as well. So there's probably still... My wife drives around with this in the back of the car with the spelling mistake. I appreciate everything you do for me, Phil. Thank you very much. And I think that's hilarious. I was drinking that same Italian beer tonight. Only seat I could get here was outside in an Italian red site. Yeah, I couldn't get my preferred Hop House 13, but yeah, quite enjoying this. It's quite nice. Everyone sat looking at the computer like this, trying to work out what Z's picture is. Quite right. Does anyone keep Monstera the houseplant? I haven't googled anything, but mine seems to be sweating. My Pothos, Devil's Ivy, it sweats sometimes as well. I've noticed a little puddle on the top of my tank over there. I'm going, where's that come from? It turns out it's the plant dripping. So I don't know if it's normal or not, but yeah, it happens to me as well. Oh, Soren, thank you very much, Sora. Get yourself a proper Danish beer next time. Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to look for new favourites, because they're getting rid of my Hop House 13. Unless Scott does his work and they get it all sent over in a big batch for me. 50 kroner, thank you very much. Is that a kroner? What's DKK? I'm not very good with my... I'm just going to double check you haven't sent me £1 million or anything like that. Krona, I was right. Yay. Thank you very much for your super chat. It's a ham in an oven. No, it's not. Is it? Looks a lot dirtier than that. Oh, someone else is off. They're dropping like flies. Yes, thank you, Soren. Thank you, Soren. My tank came with an internal filter I've maxed out with an upgraded pump and biohome media, but if I do it all over again, get a canister, preferably a quiet one. Yes. I assumed it was extra humidity and the leaves being a good place to gather that moisture, and then it just gathers, because they're big leaves. Monstera will be the same, big leaves. And you gather a lot of moisture that forms a drip, and then it drips. But we'll have to look into that. My cat eats plants, so I can't keep any of them. My cat won't. I wish it would. I hate my bloody cat. I take that back. I don't hate my cat. I'm allergic to my cat. Belgian wheat beer is very nice. Yes, I do like a wheat beer. Some Tenants. I'll send you some. That takes me back. I had an APS canister 5 years ago, and well, yeah, don't buy one of them. If you go for, if you want to be safe, go for like an Eheim. You'll pay a little bit more. If you want to be frugal, go for a Fluval, because they're my canister filter of choice. A lot cheaper, and I've never had any problems with them. A lot of people say that they spend a lot of time trying to tune them and get them quite right, but I've never had a problem with them. Yeah, so Fluval or Eheim, you'll not have the same problems you would have with an APS filter and its dodgy seals and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, everyone doing the redneck face. Phil with the super chat. Jesus. Thank you, Phil. You already do so much. You don't need to send me any money. Right, 5 minutes to go. So we do one more giveaway. What do we think? Can't imagine anyone's ever going to say no to that. But so I'm going to assume that you're going to say yes. Should we bring the Kaylee wheel back? Main spin. Ta-da! Right, as before, we'll give it a spin and see what you win. Oh, that could be a catchphrase. It's a green thing, which is, it's a towel. So this could be a Mucky Doings towel, or it could be a just normal classic, I like to call it, classic towel. As before, all available on the website if you want to buy one. If you don't, win one. I don't know why I mention this every time. It has a lovely hanging hook. It could be used as a head towel for your hair if you have hair. I don't know about these things myself. But yes, you can get this one. You can get the Mucky Doings one. It hopefully will be a dark colour, but this particular colour is hard to get at the moment, says Phil. So you might get a replacement colour. But that introduces a charming bit of his mystery into the equation. So, who's going to win it? Are we on? Yes, so we've done towel. So let's go over here. Can anyone guess what we're going to use as the word to see whether or not you win? If you want to win it, type towel into chat. I want you to type towel. I want you to be in the UK or willing to pay postage. I want you to all the other things. Subscriber, like, share, blah 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 blah. I run two 307s on my big tank and never had a bother. The little tank has an Eheim EcoPro excellent little canister. Yeah, I think we're going to have a bit of a filtration roundup one day. Because I think I've tried just about every filter going. That's not true. Can't possibly be true. But I have everything from sponge filters, hang-on backs, canisters, good canisters, bad canisters. Pardon me. Sump, obviously. Internal filters, I've used them as well. Please check the general chat from Z. Oh my god, that's even worse. I don't know if I can show that on screen. It's a ham. It's clearly a ham in an oven. That's made me laugh. Oh dear, that was funny. Sorry, I am so juvenile. Yeah, I hope no one was offended by that, but it's just food. We should just end it there, really. I don't think we're going to get better than that. So we have 24 eligible users. How many people have we got? So only half the people want to win the towel. The towels are amazing. Why don't you want the towel, people? Z says, I forgot that was my profile pic. I only started using Discord after years. Well, it's brightened up my evening, no end. So we'll give you a couple of minutes. We're typing towel into the chat if we want to win a towel. Mods, regulars, everyone gets to win this one. I can't enter because I've already got one. Oh, you can enter. You can make use of two, can't you? That's another night that I've not got to use my P break cut screen. That's clearly the fix for bladder issues, is to do something about it and make a cut screen, and then you don't have bladder issues. Right, last chance. We're going to hover over the roll-it. Can I be any more suspenseful? Super glue in the hand cream. Yeah, it's very much like American Pie. Right, are we ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, missed. There you go. Soren's won it again. No way. Right, Soren, sorry, executive decision. You're not getting it again. You're going to get some stickers. We have a rule about people winning the same prize twice in a row. So, executive decision, you're out. Mark Brennan. Kaylee's won it again, hasn't she? Kaylee's won it again. You haven't won one for a while. So, I think we can give it to Kaylee. Or Mark. So, we'll give it to Mark, and you don't share it with your missus. Soren, I'll send you something else. But you've already got a towel. You just won it. I think that's fair. Let me know. Am I being fair, or should I send that to both of them? I mean, Soren does have the inaugural prototype Mucky Doings towel. You can't get better than that. Having two of them is not going to be any better. So, yeah, we'll send it to Kaylee. Unless, let me know if you're really upset by that, Soren. It is unfair, so email me or something and I'll send you one anyway. But if you're cool with it, I'll send you some stickers or something else instead. Everyone happy with that? Or am I being extremely... No problem. Thank you. But yeah, feel free to get in touch. Yeah. Kaylee's obviously got Mark to sort it out for her. They're a duo, if you don't know. They work together to win all the competitions. Yes, if it doesn't turn up, I will definitely send you another towel. But that was a special one. That was the first ever one. I do have a tracking number, so remind me if I don't, and I'll send you the tracking number and we can double check on it. In fact, didn't I send a picture of the receipt? I've probably got it on there somewhere. We don't need to look at that now. That would be a waste of time. Right, I think we have to end on a high. And that was quite the high with the unfortunate ham. Oh. Just looks so imposing when it's there in that big picture as well. I only look so little down here. I could get lost in there. Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a wonderful evening. I've enjoyed this immensely, especially the last 10 minutes. It made it so funny. Oh, new prizes coming next week to mess up Graham's Kaylee wheel. Even I don't know what's coming. He's right, I don't know what's coming. But yes, we'll leave it there for this evening. Thank you, everyone who's done all the things. Thank you for all the super chats. I'm amazed. Join the Discord. We'll carry on the discussion in the Discord. I want to make more of the Discord because I think it's easier, and people don't like Facebook for whatever reason, so everyone can get into Discord. We can have a bit of a chat. Let's see if we can help out that person from earlier with her tetras. I'm sure it was her. Was that Nikki or was it Nick? I can't remember. But if you're hanging about on YouTube, have a look, see who else is streaming. If someone else notices, I'm sure they'll put a link in the chat to let me know who else we can go to. But other than that, I think you get to see my brand new end screen, which made a debut last week. Inappropriate food picture war. Go! Definitely. That might be the theme for next week's live stream. Other than that, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us, and goodbye.